Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So my name is Lingyun Fu. I'm the manager of global program at Brown School. I work closely with international students in terms of student advising, event coordination, and student recruitment. I also graduated from Brown School's MSW program with an international SED concentration in 2015. I'm very excited to talk about today's topic, which is international student experience at Brown School. Before we get started, so I put a contact form in the chat. Please fill out this form. Thank you so much. And also, if you have any questions throughout this discussion, you can use the Q&A function. Put your question there. So here I have with me, actually we have 4 current students, Grace, Pei Yuan, Emmanuel, and Portia. I will ask you, each of you, to introduce yourself, your name, your home country, your year, degree program, your concentration or specialization area. So who wants to get started?
I can start. My name is Grace. I use she, her pronouns. I come from China, and I'm a dual MSW, and I'm a dual social work and public health student. For social work, I'm doing violence and injury prevention, and for public health, I'm doing global health.
I can go. My name is Portia. I use she, her pronouns. I'm from Ghana in West Africa. I'm a second-year MSW student concentrating in ISCD, International Social and Economic Development, and specializing in management.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel. I'm a second-year MSW student. My pronouns are he, him, his. I'm originally from Ghana. In my social work program, I'm doing the concentration in international social and economic development with a specialization in research.
Great. So we have Pei Yuan. He's joining us in a few minutes. So thanks a lot to our student panelists for joining us today. Before we get into discussion, I would like to give you all a quick overview of current Brown School international students, our global program office, and the resources that we provide to our international students. Let me share my screen. So currently, Brown School is home to nearly 100 international students across 3 programs, MSW, MPH, and MSP program. So they are from 38 different regions and cultures in the world. Students are from Asia, Middle East, Africa, Europe, Central America, and South America. We really have a big global community at Brown School. And also we recognize the unique transitions faced by international students studying in the States. So besides all the resources you can get from Brown School, we also have a special office called the Global Program Office, is committed to help making international student experience a positive one and host program, events, and initiatives to assist and support students during their time at our school and beyond. So I would introduce the team of our Global Program Office. Tammy is the Director of Global Program. She oversees the whole global program. She helps with develop, manage, and coordinate Brown School's international outreach, partnership, and program. Here's me. And Amy. Amy is the ELP coordinator. She is part of global program. She teaches ELP classes and also offers writing assistance to our international students. When you come to Brown School, you will be working with 3 of us a lot. So we have some specific resource for our international students at Brown School. First, we have the international student resource session. Here is the session we had in the fall. So we have sessions like talk about healthcare in the States, how to work with police, how to build resume and cover letter to secure your practicum, your job, and also like recently like US election workshop, and also we have like the session about working in the States. We also have mental health resources. So our Harvey Health and Wellness Center offers a Chinese-speaking therapist and a Spanish-speaking therapist on staff. Health insurance actually covers 9 sessions of free counseling service. Currently, all counseling service is offered virtually. They also have group therapy programs. there's a new program starting in this fall called Global Table Faculty Mentoring Program. This program is we match students with specific faculty members, and also we meet twice a semester. An hour-long virtual global table will be held with faculty members to create connection and build a supportive foundation by talking about career paths, academic trajectory, research, and how to handling disconcerting issues, sharing stories, interest, counseling how the semester is going, and anything else that may come up. This will, because this is during like the fall semester, so this will start online, but we hope this relationship will eventually occur in person. This is also an opportunity for our students to learn about all the amazing work that is taking place globally. Also, the next resource is Communication Lab. The Brown School Communication Lab offers workshops to enhance student professional writing and presentation skills across a variety of formats and media. The lab offers one-on-one advising on student assignments, paper, and presentation. We also have a university-wide writing center where can also help improve your writing skills. English language support class. Brown School offers free ELP class for students who need extra help with graduate writing, presentation, and general communication. Based on the assessment scoring, students may be required to attend a ELP class, which takes place usually every Friday for all the programs. The ELP class is a 2-credit class. The credits don't account towards student degree program. There's no tuition charge for these 2 credits. Next is the cultural showcase. This is an annual event that highlights that many vibrant cultures at Brown School, culminating in a student showcase of song, dance, and food. This is really a fun event for international students and also for domestic students. International student groups. So we have 5 international student groups at Brown School. We have International Student Association. This is a student group to bridge the gap between international student and the domestic student, assist international students in overcoming various cultural barriers and to raise cultural awareness in Brown School. We also have a Brown School African Students Association. So this student group is to provide a network for both African and non-African Brown School students interested in Africa to increase awareness of African issues. We have Voice of Dream Asian Student Group. This is a student group to provide a network for Asian students interested in social work, public health, and social policy topic in Asian countries. Mi Gente Latinx at Brown is a student organization that strives to foster community among Latinx individuals and allies to be able to advocate for visibility and community engagement at Brown School. The last but not least, the PAPI. PAPI is to provide support for students who are identified as Asian and Asian Pacific Islanders. So this is a resource. This is the resource we currently offer at Brown School. There are more actually cultural events. I did not put on this slide. So now it's time. Actually, we can move to the panel discussion. So we will cover the 4 topics. So about for example, we have topic about the motivation, their starting experience here, and resource utilization and part-time job experience and their career plan and their advice to our international students. So I will stop share here and now formally move into our panel discussion. So my first question for our panelists today is, I know it's not easy for you as an international student to come across all the way to study abroad. For many international students, it can be very hard to visit the campus in advance. So how did you know the Brown School was the right fit for you? Kind of your motivation to come here. Who wants to get started?
I can get started. Sorry for being a little bit late, so I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Pei Yuan Zhang, and I'm a second year advanced standing MSW student concentrating in health, specializing in research. In terms of the fitness between Brown School and me, I would say because Brown School has a very great global reputation, like in the field of social work, and I have known some alum from the Brown School who did some lectures in China, and I had the opportunity to attend those lectures, and I found that was really inspiring. Like it refreshed me about opinions of social work, like asset building. So I think at that time, I was thinking Brown School was doing some cutting edge researches, which I'm really passionate about. So I leverage these opportunities to connect with other Brown School students and faculty to know more about their experience, research experience. And I finally think that Brown School should be my best choice.
Thank you for sharing, Pei Yuan.
Sure.
Anyone else want to jump in?
I can go. So I personally was looking for a social work program that would be able to offer me the skills I need in terms of international development. So going through the concentrations on the webpage, I saw, oh, they have ISCD, that is International Social and Economic Development. They have the domestic, they have management and the others. So I realized, okay, no school that I've actually researched on has these breakdown specializations. And when I actually checked the faculty, I kind of like make a Google search about them, and I realized that they have these expertise in the area I want to go. So I personally got attracted to the Brown School because of the fact that I knew, okay, I will be able to take an international social and economic development concentration with them, and also with research because of my long-term future and career goal.
Thank you. Is anyone else want to share?
Yeah, I'd like to share. So I wanted to do more in social work, but how the first degree I had in my country, I felt like I needed to experience something outside of my country to get a global perspective. So researching on schools, I read through the website of the Brown School like Emmanuel did, and I like the international social and economic development. But what attracted me most was the global programs office, the international practicum that students are able to go outside of the US to have their international practicum. I'm like, okay, I'm really interested in this program. And for the Brown School, I mean, by then it was being ranked #1 in MSW in the US. I'm like, for a school to be ranked #1 in MSW, meaning it is doing something right. So I really want to be part of this reputation. And that's how I chose the Brown School.
Great. Thank you so much, Portia, for sharing.
Yeah, I can go next. So for me, cause like I did my undergrad at WashU here. So during my undergrad labs and also like faculty members, I heard a lot about like researchers in Brown School, and also kind of like the social work and public health like class schedules. So I'm really like interested in doing things in nonprofit in the future. So that's why I chose like Brown School. And for me, I kind of just like went into the admission office and talked to the faculty there about how the program looks like, and also get a like a overview from them. And also I attended the admitted student weekend to understand like what my peers are like, and also kind of like understand the Brown School more during these events. So I definitely like encourage people to go to like these event and also admission office to understand more about Brown School.
Great. Thank you all for sharing your motivation to join us. Now let's move to our next topic. So I know like cultures could be very different from your home country and the States. So could you share your experience starting at Brown? It could be your academic classroom experience or any cultural experience. And you particularly this year is very challenging due to COVID-19. So what is your coping strategy for starting here at Brown School, and what kind of support did you receive from school? So actually I asked them so many like staff questions on this topic. You can just pick one you feel comfortable to talk about it. Yeah.
I can start. Like in China, I feel like we're being fed knowledge by teachers. So the atmosphere in the classroom is very, I can say, tedious. So it's more about the students. It's more about the teachers lecturing, not involved in students' participation. So when I firstly come to the US, I suddenly found like, oh, all of my classmates are so active, like they're so quick-minded to respond to the professors. And at that time I feel I was kind of challenged because I feel like I could not come up with those answers so quickly. And it was frustrating at first because I want to do better. So I think this is a really great opportunity for me to make growth and train leadership, I can say, because which is really valued in the Brown School, the leadership. So I just like challenge myself to talk more, to collaborate more closely with my classmates, and just be brave, like to share your opinions. I think that's really different experience than I had in China, but I think this is really helpful for me.
Just to pick up that from Peishuan, I've taken a class with her last fall in our first semester, and I personally have seen, and also I'm a witness to that. I've also grown with respect to like answering questions in class, because where I come from, we hardly could talk in class, but we walk into a space where students are very active, engaging in class, and then there's nowhere we come from. So it took us some couple of weeks and months to be able to get used to that environment. And with respect to COVID-19 and how I'm adjusting personally, one thing I'm grateful for at the Brown School is that the faculty are very flexible. So at the end of the day, what they do is they record some video sessions for you before class. So you're able to have time to watch the video over and over and over again. There are some times where I've watched a video like 3 times because I wanted to get a full understanding. And if you don't understand and you email them, they are quick to respond, set up a meeting with you to further discuss the topic even outside the classroom. So even though COVID-19 has made studying in person very challenging, I'm grateful that the faculty are very, very flexible, and I've had meetings with professors outside the classroom to discuss specific topics that I don't understand.
Yeah, I would like to pick up on that because also I feel like during COVID, flexibility is also one thing I really appreciated from other professors, not only for like recordings, but also like deadlines, like live events. They are all like pretty supportive. Like you can just talk to them with your difficulties and they can like adjust for you. And also there's like for Brown School, I feel like there's a lot of like resources to support you, especially for international students. Because we have like for different aspect for like practicum, we have like office for field education who can like help you find a practicum. Because like for me, I really want to do this contact tracing practicum with the St. Louis County Department, but they don't like accept students who is not a citizen. But the field education really helped me like create like a practicum for that, because originally they only like take volunteers, but they create like a practicum like tailored to me, which I can like join, which I really like appreciated. And also we have global office who provide a lot of like help for the international student. Also we have like communication lab, which can help student like work on their assignment. There's like really like a lot of resources which we can use like to adjust this like life transition of coming here.
I agree with all that my colleagues have shared. I would like to add that that feeling that you are coming into a space where you are the odd one, like you are a fish in a big ocean, that feeling would be there when you are coming. And I had that feeling because I was coming from a different culture into the US system. When I got to the Brown School, in my classes, we had very small class sizes, like 22 people, 20 people in a class, as compared to where I come from, we're like 200 and something. So you can sit in the class for a whole year without speaking and nobody notices. But here, everybody is talking, so you have to talk. And one good thing is all opinions are accepted. Professors appreciate everybody's opinion, your idea on whatever topic. And you don't have to give an example specific to the US because they know you are not part of the US, but they also appreciate you sharing from your home country. They really appreciate that. And just to add to what Grace said, there are so many resources at the Brown School. And I would say one other resource is our peers, our friends, our classmates. They are always there to help you, because one thing about the Brown School is we are not competing among ourselves. Everybody wants everybody to succeed. So if you don't understand something and you feel like you can't reach out to a professor, which they are always available, your peers are there to also assist you. No one wants anybody to be a failure. They are all there to support you, to help you succeed. So, and with the COVID, yes, I agree. Our professors have been very flexible with us and they are ready to work with you for extension. As long as you want, they want you to succeed.
Thank you all for sharing your personal experience. Since all of you like mentioned about like the resources, so our next topic will be about like the resources utilization at Brown School. So I talk about like a kind of various resources that we offer at Brown School. So anyone wants to share about like your experience in utilizing those resources? Kind of what's your favorite like resources at Brown School and why? Like, yeah, don't have to be why. You can share multiple. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so the career services was a resource that I've personally used. You know, when you come, you need a job, you need to survive and all that. So I just went into the career service. That was when we were in person. For now, you can just email them and they're ready to help you with your CV. So they helped me like fine tune my CV, gave me some job openings too. So I actually got my first job through the career service because they said, okay, apply to these places. And they helped me restructure my resume. And that was so helpful to me. And also like the Dean for Student Affairs, they are very helpful. I mean, my first class, I was overwhelmed. I'm like, what is this? I can't hear the professor. He's speaking so quickly. Am I really going to get anything from this class? Because I ended the class not hearing anything because I felt he was speaking so fast. But the team was like, no, you are not the only person. A lot of people, so would speak to the professor and all that. And after that, my class was okay. So those are the two reasons. Almost all the resources at the Brown School have been helpful, but I like to share these two because my colleagues might also share on other ones.
I personally love the communication lab and then the student groups, especially the Black students at the Brown School African Students Union. I find that to be very supportive because in that space, I see my fellow Africans. And we used to meet in person where we can meet, interact, share ideas, share resources. Because I might be feeling that, oh, am I the only person from Africa going through this? But I go to that space and the meetings, and I realize that, oh, my friends from Nigeria, my friends from Mozambique, my friends from Togo, they are going through the same. Then I get to understand that, okay, people are going through it and we support each other. And with the communication lab, I remember my first assignment at the Brown School. I was like, how do I go about this assignment? I was like, I don't think I'll do it. And I was like, oh, okay. When I came for orientation, I learned there was something called communications lab. So I went online, booked an appointment, and I went there. And I mean, Peter is so good. Like, he is very good. And then I go there, he's like, okay, this is how you structure it. He doesn't do the assignment for you, but he helps you think through it and structure it. And by the time I left, I was smiling because I knew I've answered the question even before starting the work, because now I have an idea where to begin and where to end. So, I mean, my favorite resource here is the communication lab.
For me, I also like really appreciate the career services because not only like you can make book appointment with them to like work on your resume, they also like send you updates on new jobs every day, almost every day, so you can see like new opportunities, like you can keep up to date with new opportunities, which I really like. Um, Also, I really like student groups. I found like student group is like one of the easiest way to like find friends and have some like social like events to join with like people around you, maybe share like same similar identities. So yeah, that's the two I will pick.
Yeah, I related to all of the resources you have mentioned. And I want to add, you can not only utilize the free resources in the Brown School, you can also use those wonderful free resources like in the campus. For example, mental health services in the Habib Center. Every student has 9 free sessions for each semester, I think. So I would say you don't have to wait to the moment when you feel, oh, there is something wrong with me to go to say a therapist. Like from personally speaking, when I feel too stressed about the schoolwork or just to feel I need to talk to someone, I will schedule appointment and talk to the therapist. It's really helpful. And as a MSW student who are interested in like for being a therapist or LCSW, it's really good to observe this those how the therapist works with you to learn or accumulate some clinical skills. I think it's also a great opportunity to study. Yeah.
Great, great. Thank you all for sharing your experience with all kinds of resources. So next question is I think very many international students really care about. It's about like the part-time job opportunity. So many incoming students want to know more about the part-time job opportunity like on campus. So international students are allowed to work on campus at most 20 hours a week. Could you talk about your part-time job experience? If you had one or have one now, how did you find your part-time job and how was the experience?
I can start with my part-time job. So when I came, I started immediately. I came to school. I was like, let me start looking for a job, and this is where I'll refer people back to the career services. I applied to my first job, and then I don't get the job, not knowing I was doing something wrong, because I came with my own country mindset about applying for jobs. So I got so frustrated, and I went to the career service, and they're like, okay, this is how you tune your resume. This is how you prepare for an interview. And I didn't know all of that in the US context. So they really helped me do that. So after that, after I got that preparation, in my next job, I had even a phone interview, and they were like, okay, I'll get back to you. And within 2 days, I got a job. So I currently work with Residential House, which is the undergraduate housing, where I serve as a graduate advisor. I've been in this role for over a year now. So that is one of my jobs. I also have another job with the college prep program. So, and I got all these jobs through the career services, and the other one through the Brown School Career Fair. There is a career fair that happens at the Brown School where job campus openings come to the Brown School. This year I learned it was virtual, but last year was in person, where they come with their available positions and they open it up for people to start applying there and then. So I got a job also through the career fair.
For me, I'm currently doing a part-time job at the same lab with Peiyuan. So I landed the job, by joining the part-time job fair. So that's like a fair Brown School hold for this year. Maybe I'm not sure like if it goes like virtually, but so during the part-time job fair, some like labs or like different departments at Brown School, if they need like part-time students, they will like all join the fair, and you can just like print out your resume and like to see like which job you're interested in and just like deliver the resume to them. I feel like for my part-time job, I'm pretty like happy with it. People are like really nice at the place. And also, if you're interested in department outside Brown School, you can just send an email. So for me, like there's like some labs I'm interested or some like part-time jobs I'm interested, I will always like email them to see if they have an opening. Because like the worst answer you can get is a no, like they don't have an opening. But if they do have, like you might like continue like interview with them. So I will definitely recommend like just like ask an email like to see if there's any like opportunities with the position you're interested.
I know someone will be asking, what if I miss the career fair or if I miss the job fair, what happens? I have the answer. I missed because, like we are coming from outside of the US and you don't really have control over visas because your visa can be delayed and you arrive late. So I actually arrived late. 2 weeks behind my colleagues. So I missed all the job fair and all those things. But the career services, as Grace said, keep sending you like job offers. They keep bombarding your inbox like every day. But I reached out to the career services and then they helped me by preparing me for the interview, preparing my resume and showing me the job listings. And I got like my first job. And my second job that I still have is my foundation practical that's transitioned into like a hiring. So I did my foundation practicum and then based on performance and how I did, my supervisor decided to hire me on to her project. So you can reach out to the career services if you want any specific type of job and you are not seeing in what they are sending you, they are ready to help guide you through. And I think there are so many job offers that we don't have time to do them because we are international students and we are being guided by 20 hours and you have classes, you have practicum. So there are so many job offers that you always get something to do.
Yeah, there are 15 research centers in the Brown School, and every of which would hire maybe 2 or 3 research assistants every year. So there are really a lot of part-time job opportunities. And I want to talk more about the part-time working experience in the campus. I would say it's not only you are giving something to them, you're also like receiving or gaining something from them. Like they will have a lot of training opportunities in like if you're RA, maybe you will have training opportunities in data analysis. Even if you're planning applying for a PhD in social work or public health, the research is like the center will hold some informations about like how you can make your application as strong as possible. So there are, and the working environment is really, really friendly and positive. Everyone around you is really supportive. If you have questions or there is something you cannot understand, you can always feel free to ask your peers, to ask for support. And I really love that.
And also just to add, they know that we are students. So they are ready to work with your flexible hours. So don't think about how am I going to make time? They understand we are students and our academics come first. So they always work with our available hours.
Thank you all for sharing your part-time job opportunity. I'm kind of impressed by all of you actually can find like a part-time job actually, which is often not the case in many other universities. So we all actually, our WSU, our Brown School, we offer like a bunch of opportunity for international students. You can work, you can work in libraries, IT office, research center, calling center. There's so many different so many opportunities for you. So yeah, I think that's kind of, I feel like that's also one of the best part of our community. So for our classrooms, it's really, really very supportive and offer a lot of opportunities. So next question is also close. It's also related to the part-time. It's not about your full-time job, your career. So what do you plan to do with your degree? So some international students wanted to stay in the States to look for job opportunities. Some just want to go back to their home country to work. I want to hear like your career plan. So it kind of, if you want to go back, how do you plan to bring your skills from Brown School back to your home country? Yeah, you can just pick any point you want to make.
I can go. So the interests and passions in health policy and health disparities brought me to the Brown School. And when I did my concentration practicum as a palliative care student, I can say my research interests were further shaped by those experiences and made me realize I'm really interested in palliative care, and I want to apply what I do here, like in the US healthcare settings, apply those tools like advanced care planning to the Chinese hospitals. And I also want to, because there are some cultural differences, and the palliative care really needs culturally appropriate approaches. So this drives me to apply for a PhD in social work, to do research around that, and then go back to China to do some research about policy or teaching to train palliative care staff. So I would say Brown School gives me the opportunity to dive deeper, to explore my research interests or the specific areas of research. So that's basically my career plan.
With respect to my career plans, so I came with a mindset of, oh, I really want to learn the tools in policy and research that can enable me help end gender-based poverty across Africa. Because I'm doing more of international economic development, my aim or my future goal is to be able to use tools and systems to be able to break systemic poverty among women across African countries. And I've actually learned that through my 3 semesters so far here. Because if I go to classes, professors in my ISAD class come with case from Rwanda, Brazil, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria. So I have this global perspective. So initially, I was thinking of only Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, the few countries around the West Africa. But being in class, I knew, okay, even though they are different countries, we have somewhat similarities. Therefore, I decided to expand my scope, and then I'm looking forward to actually having a 1-year OPT where I can work with an international body organization to get more experience. And I'll take it from there, either transition more into a research-based or a policy think tank where I can influence policy to affect the lives of women across Africa.
For me, instead of like micro level, like one-on-one practices, I'm more like interested in macro levels, like facing like organizations and communities. So for now, I'm planning to do life sciences and nonprofit consulting after graduation. So I will be like around in US for a couple of years. So it's kind of like business-like career, but I feel like Brown School definitely equipped me with enough skill sets I need, because like we have practices with community and organizations, the class, which kind of like consulting, like you provide like assistance to a local nonprofit organization. And also we have different like leadership classes and also like strategy planning classes. So I'm like really interested in doing that type of work. So like provide assistance and strategy planning for different organizations. So that's my current plan.
Okay, so for me, I've always been passionate about women issues, gender equality, gender equity, and women's well-being as a whole. So my plan initially was to come and then get some skills and then go back to Ghana to influence or impact the lives of women back home. But my short time at the Brown School now, I've met like professors who are doing so much work in this area in Africa. And I think I need more time to work with them. I'm working with some of them. I want to work with them more to build experience and know how to adapt what they are implementing in other parts of Africa in Ghana, and also what is being implemented in the US back in Africa. So after my MSW, I'm going to be in the US for some time, gathering knowledge and experience and skills from these faculty members who are already in the field.
It's so great to hear about all of your passion and your career plan. So my last but not least question is about like the what piece of advice do you have for prospective international students? Like since you are the current student, do you have your advice? Like what they should know like before they come? Yeah, what kind of piece of advice you have for them?
Okay, so I'll give two, and then I'll leave my colleagues to also share. But what I'll say to prospective students or incoming students is that know that you are entering a space where people are accepting of you, whoever you are. So, I mean, that was something I was having. I was feeling that imposter syndrome before coming. I was like, will I be accepted here? But I came and I got accepted. So know that you will be accepted in a space like this. Secondly, this goes out to those who love research. Reach out. Even if it's not a job, reach out. I personally loved research. I want to do research, but I felt the class content alone was just giving me the experience and everything, but I wanted to actually work with a professor, even if it's not paid or not paid. So I reached out to a professor and I was like, do you have any projects I can help on? I had already secured a job, so I was already working, but I wanted to build my personal research experience. And it took just an email to reach out, and the professor said, okay, let's meet. So we met, and now we are working on the papers together, able to get experience as to how to conduct research. And this came by reaching out. So I'll say, keep this at the back of your mind, always reach out. There's no email that will go out in the Brown School to a professor that will be unanswered. No, the email will definitely be answered. Even if it's a no, that's an answer. But anything you want, the first thing that should come to your mind is reach out, and people are ready and open to accept and then help you out.
Yeah, going off that, also I feel like just don't be afraid to ask questions, because like there's really plenty of opportunities and resources here. So like if you meet any like difficulties and or need help, definitely like reach out to people to ask if they can help you. And also just don't be afraid to like try new things, because like there are really like a lot of like different tracks and things you can try here. If you want to do research or if you want to do like direct practices, there's like really many like different like practicum opportunities or like on campus opportunities for you to try. So just like if you want anything or like when you want to try anything, just like ask people if they can help you. Because like I understand like when we first come here, we are kind of like maybe it's language barrier or maybe it's like cultural barriers. You're kind of like afraid to ask for help, but I feel like at Brown School, people are really like supportive and really want to help you if you ask for help. So yeah, that's my advice.
I would also say that know that the Brown School is very diverse. So there's no one group, the Brown School does not prioritize one group over another. So we are all on a level playing ground, whether you are an American and someone is an international student. Everybody is treated equally. There's fairness. So as social justice is our value, that is manifested. And then also one other advice is try to get outside of the Brown School or the WashU bubble. I know our course is so intensive that you wouldn't get time to breathe or to do other things, but try to make a conscious effort to engage in like students group activities or anything outside of the Brown School so you can also have a life and then experience how it is in the US. We were here in August 2019, and then in May we are graduating. 2 years come by so quickly that you think you have time, but you don't have time. So try to take advantage of both outside of the Brown School, which is a WashU-wide activities, WashU-wide resources, and also outside of WashU. Else you might finish, go back to your country, and you haven't experienced the US, but you only experienced the Brown School.
So the last thing I want to say is if you have interest in the Brown School, please don't hesitate to apply to the Brown School. As a student ambassador working with the Office of Admissions and Recruitment in the Brown School, I would say if you have any questions in terms of curriculum, practicum, or anything else in the Brown School, please feel free to reach out to us. And our role is to support you throughout the whole application process. And just don't be afraid to like, what if you are not getting accepted or whatever? You just need to apply and we will help you.
I want to follow up on Portia's points. I feel like in general, because it's my 6th year here in St. Louis, I will say like St. Louis is a really like great city to live because like things here are not like too expensive, but like you can also like get things from what like comes from like a big city. Also there's like plenty of like hiking places around here and a lot of like great restaurants here. So like if you want like a big city life but don't want like too busy about it, I feel like St. Louis is like really a great city to live in general.
And I think there are lots of free resources in St. Louis, like the zoo is free, the History Museum is free, a lot of free, beautiful places that you can visit to release the stress of the Brown School.
Thank you all good points, all good suggestions. So now we covered all 6 topics, and we also have some questions that were submitted in advance so that we will get to know. So the first question we get from the in advance is about, can international students who have not completed undergraduate studies at Brown School apply for the Master of Social Science? So if I understand this question correctly, you may want to ask the application eligibility. So for MSW and MPH program, if you currently had like an undergraduate degree, there's no doubt you can apply. If you are in your last year of your undergraduate program, yes, you can also apply. So if you are interested in MSP program, which is Master of Social Policy program, it's a 1-year dual degree program. You have to be enrolled in a master program from our global partner university, which are listed in our on our website. So, or you can directly apply for the MSW, MSP, or MPH MSP dual degree program. Hope my answer is clear to you. So you always don't hesitate to reach out to me, and if you have more questions about the application. So the second question we get in advance is, what are the possible scholarship opportunity for international students? Yeah, this is a application question I can answer. So first, we offer the merit-based scholarship. So Brown School offers a range of merit-based scholarship to students. So in determining like the merit awards, so they review at admission review committee will look holistically at a student's academic, professional, and life experience. Actually, for the merit-based scholarship, you don't have to file a separate application. As long as you complete the Kira interview, which is a video interview in the application, you will be considered as a merit-based scholarship applicant. So there's no separate application. You just need to complete the video interview. You will be considered as a merit-based scholarship applicant. Also, we have need-based scholarship. So we have a limited number of need-based scholarship available for students to apply. So for both merit-based scholarship and need-based scholarship, so there's no difference between domestic students and international students. All students are eligible to apply. We don't put application differently between these two groups. So there's the same eligibility. So there's no like a special treatment to one group. So you don't need to worry about that. You just need to show your interest. You want to apply for this too. You should be able to say these options through your application. So you can always ask me questions about more details. So I will put my contact information later. So you can reach out to me directly. So I think we also get a few questions. Let me see. Oh yeah, thank you, Beth. Put the link in the chat. So if you are interested in like the MSP, MSW scholarship, you can click the link. You can find more details about the scholarship and also the program information. Yeah, let me see if we have any other questions. Okay, since we don't get. So just a reminder, so I put like the contact form in the chat. So if you have not filled the form, please do so. Also, if you have question now, you can just type in on the Q&A function there. So we are happy to answer. Yeah, let me just give a few, probably a few minutes to see if there are any other questions. So if any of our panelists want to jump in on the two questions I just answered, you can just share your, I'm not sure you are able to want to share your scholarship experience. Yeah, I think it's quite private, so I don't force you guys to share, but if you want to talk about an experience, that's fine. Yeah, in general, yeah.
And what I would add is there are external scholarships aside what the Brown School would also give you. So you have to also keep an eye out for those ones, or you can reach out to our Director of Financial Services, who is also always ready and available to chat. So you want to know which scholarships are available aside what the Brown School gives you, and then which ones you are eligible for since you're an international student. And then she'll give them to you.
Yeah, very good point. Thank you, Portia. Yeah, we have a very good financial service department. If you have any financial concern issue, you can also always reach out to that department. Also, they also evaluate the need-based scholarship application.
For me, I have the dual degree scholarship. It's a merit-based. You simply just like, I remember correctly, it's just like when you apply for school, there's like couple of like different scholarship opportunities you can apply, and all you need to do is like write probably like around 500 words. Like they have like a question for you to write about, and it's pretty short. I remember you can only like apply for one of them. There's like I think there's one scholarship for women. And also, if you're a dual degree, you can apply for, that's specifically for social work and public health dual degree scholarship. And they hold they also like hold scholarship events every year to meet with the donors. And depending on different like scholarship, you can also like meet with other people who get the scholarship. And for me, I remember like at the beginning of the semester, we meet at the dean's house to like meet the donors and also like connect with people also who have the scholarship. And also there's like professors who hold events for scholarship like holders, like hold like invite like different speakers to speak on different like topics. So the whole process is not like really long. It's just like I think for every like merit-based scholarship is like a similar essay to write when you apply for the school.
Great. So, Peiyuan, do you want to say something? I think.
Yeah, I just want to add, when you come close to submit the application, maybe you will receive the merit-based scholarship interview link. And I always encourage you to like, it's just a few questions, and you like there are some recording. You just record your answers to that and submit your interview, and you will be evaluated by the admissions committee to decide your scholarship. It's a very easy process. So I strongly encourage every applicant to complete that interview.
Great. Thank you for sharing those experiences. So I think we don't get any more questions. Let me leave my contact information. So if anyone want to, so here. So if oh, sorry, this one. So I leave like my contact information here. So if you have any questions for me about the applications experience here, so don't hesitate to contact me. If you also want to like just be connected with current students from your home country, so I can also help with that. So just don't hesitate to reach out to me. Also, I want to thank you all so much for joining us, and also for those students watching us on the recording. So thank you also to our great student panelists today for providing us with their excellent experience. And also thank you all for watching. We really hope to see you in August. We really look forward to hearing from you all, soon. You are more than welcome to contact me if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer all your questions and hearing from you. So yeah, I think that's for today's session. Thank you for all. So bye-bye.